All right, people, Mr. Wright here with Trumpet Lesson 2, and we're going to be talking about just the embouchure and how to use just the mouthpiece on the trumpet. This is a super important lesson, and if you really listen, this could save you a lot of time, maybe even years of frustration. So let's learn how to do it right the first time. What you want to start off doing is start with a yawning sensation. Oh, you feel that openness, how you take your muscles and kind of expand the throat, open up the inside of your mouth, and you have this resonant sound. That's what you want to have as you play the trumpet or any brass instrument. The second thing you want to do is put your pinky between your teeth like this, and you want your teeth and your lips to be that far apart inside the mouthpiece, like so. And I'm going to place the mouthpiece over the very center of my lips. And I want mainly a little bit more of my bottom lip than the top lip inside the mouthpiece, like so. And to start notes, I'm just going to simply say, and the way you'll hold your mouth, you want to make sure that your cheeks are against your teeth, firmed up against your teeth. You don't want to mash your lips, and you want to just, like, say you burn your hand, you don't want to go, you might want to have a mirror somewhere to where you can see your mouth to make sure that you're not puffing your cheeks like you're blowing your hand off. And you begin that burst, that sound with just a burst with a tongue saying like ta, but you're not going to use your vocal cords. So over the center of the lips, my teeth and lips spread apart like this. You never want to mash your lips together. And you're going to just send a burst of air through those lips. And as you send that burst of air, that fast air through your lips, it's actually going to create a low pressure zone. You know, when you open up a door on a plane and everything gets sucked out of the window because all that air is rushing by, it just sucks things into it. Well, the same thing is true here. When you blow air between your lips, that burst of air is going to create a low pressure zone that's going to suck the soft tissue of your lip together, and it'll start to flap or to buzz. So we're going to start with a tongue like that. Everything's flexed up against the teeth like you're blowing your hand off. And let's try that. Teeth and lips apart. Every time you see me put my mouth up to the mouthpiece, you'll see me pull my lips apart so they'll have plenty of room to vibrate. And I'm going to start the burst of air with the tongue, just going, right? All right. So that's what we're basically doing. Now, and the pitch that we want to try to strive for right now is this note right here. Now, this first note right here that we have is a C. All right. It's a whole note. And in this time signature, it tells us that the 4 up on the top tells us that there's going to be 4 beats in every measure. This is measure 1. This next little box is measure 2. This next little box is measure 3. And this is a whole note C. It takes up the whole measure. And in this time signature, it's going to take up the whole measure. So it's going to receive 4 beats because the bottom number tells us that what type of note gets the beat. And it's a quarter note. Well, quarter notes, they receive 1 beat apiece, but this whole note is going to take up the whole measure, and it's going to receive 4 beats. So we're going to play 4 beats of sound for this whole note, and then for this whole note rest, we're going to give 4 beats of silence. So let's try it. Spread the teeth and lips apart. All right. Sometimes I'll use my tongue to spread my lips and teeth apart like that to make sure they're far enough apart. My teeth are apart, and I'm just going to go ta. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this next concept, how do we get higher notes on the trumpet or lower notes? Well, to get higher notes, we're going to firm up our lips up against the teeth. I got this concept of this explanation from Charlie Porter, trumpet player, trumpet teacher. And just imagine your teeth are the fretboard of a violin or a guitar, and your lips are like the strings. And as you flex your lips up against your teeth, the vibrating surface right here of the strings or your lips becomes shorter and shorter, making the pitch go higher and higher. So you're going to, for high notes, we flex our lips up against the teeth. For low notes, we relax the lips away from the teeth. A second thing that you want to do is you go for higher notes. It comes from Joseph Arbin, who wrote Arbin's Trumpet Conservatory Method. What he says is you want to push faster air over an arched tongue. You want to arc the back of your tongue so as to say he, right? So you're going to go, it's like a cat hissing almost. And you want to channel that air over the top center of the tongue. So faster air, it'll cause also to help cause the lips to vibrate faster as well. So here in number 2, we've got half notes. They receive 2 beats apiece. They're hollow on the inside and they have a stem. They look like a whole note, except they've got that stem. So they're half as long as a whole note. Whole notes receive 4 beats. Half notes only 2 beats. So we hold it out for 2 beats. We begin each note with a tongue, with the tongue. So here we go. So we go ta ti ta. See, I arc the back of my tongue to say ta ti ta. So let's begin each note. I'm going to spread my lips and teeth apart. 3, 4. And this is a half note rest. It's going to take up half the measure in 2 beats of silence. 2 beats of sound, 2 beats of silence. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. The number 3, these are quarter notes. They're solid on the inside. They are what we were talking about up here. The quarter note receives a beat. Well, here's quarter notes. They receive 1 beat apiece. They're solid on the inside, unlike the half notes that are hollow. So these are 4. They get tu, tu, ti, ti, ta. Let's try that. Number 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4. All right. And then number 4. Ta, ti, ta, ti, ta. We just go back and forth. 1, 2, 3. As you go for higher notes, make sure that you do not pull the corners of your mouth back into a smile. It's called a smile embouchure. That will make you really, really weak and wear out quickly and give you kind of a thin sound. So make sure you don't play that way. Make sure you keep the corners of your mouth just stable. They can even come down and in just a little bit. So again, you're going to arc the back of the tongue, cause that air to move faster over the arched tongue. You're going to firm your lips up against the teeth to go for higher notes. And of course, you'll relax it for lower notes, and you'll drop your tongue for lower notes as well. So I think this should get you going for lesson 2 for the trumpet.